Hey guys, I'm back with another video. If you haven't seen yet, I've started coaching players, going over VODs, sitting in Discord with them, and going over live coaching sessions while they're tanking. I've been doing log reviews, rotations, or just general questions to help you get the confidence in order to play a warrior better on WoW Classic. So here's actually a long form video that I wanted to show you of me sitting in Discord with someone helping them tank Undead Strat for the very first time. They were a little nervous. We got through. It was an amazingly clean run. If you guys are interested, my link is right at the top of the channel. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you around. This pull for you is extremely easy because it's not a caster one. That Banshee, the clear ones are only casters. So you can pull that one, and it doesn't have a silence. Only the clear ones have a silence. As soon as I see, oh, you got an eye, so I have a range, take that out. So as soon as I start seeing gargoyles, I start marking them with any marks that you have. You might have to click on a few. So that way you can always keep track. There should be 6 or 7 at the least. You have stone. Oh, do you guys fish him or did you get lucky? Nice. So you also got lucky on the crypt beast too. The purple spiders, they run up to you. The crawlers are a little more tricky. So I would pull, I would check and then pull. I would wait to pull the exits padding into the crawler. So honestly, I would hug right and pull the 3 ghouls. The Raveners are the ones that cleave, and I'm careful of breaking that box. Okay, yep. So I would focus the Ravener if you have one. You don't have one, you're good. These are probably your hardest hitting mobs in the dungeon, so I definitely keep a demo up. Yep, that's a good spot to pull. And then, yep, leash it to the left like that. Perfect. And then you're going to use that corner spot where you are for the next, like, 7 pulls, literally. So you got 2 coming. So I would pull the Banshee next and then just use that spot to LOS. The range on her silence is pretty fat, so make sure your casters are backed up. But if it's just one mob, you're straight. I would wait on that because those are iffy. So I would grab the undead necro guys across the way. Yep. And then keep using that corner. Good job checking camera. So the screechers, I wouldn't pull the screecher there because they're ranged. So then you wouldn't have an LOS spot on it. And then I would pull everything else. The regular gargoyles are just melee. So diamond, you can pull right there, yeah. The screechers, I would make sure you always pull from the left or right going left. So that way you can LOS. And they do fear you don't have a tremor. So that's something to keep in mind too. So now LOS that gargoyle. It's not worth popping or losing all that rage to go to Berserker. So I would just, you're going to be fine. So when you pull that, try to, after you pull it, like try to stutter step. And usually, sometimes it works. Like keep moving. Yeah. See, it'll work. Keep trying it there. For some reason, those are really weird. And that's the only way you can get them to come to you. Otherwise, they'll just keep shooting. Yeah. And then bring them back because you got Skull coming eventually. I saw it down there. I would not leave this spot until you at least pull like 3 to 4 gargoyles. So same thing, pull it like now. That way you can use the LOS spot. Perfect. Then grab the ghouls, or you can get triangle. Yep, perfect. Now, here's something to remember is, yeah, grab those. One thing you always need to remember is Stone Spine's still here, and he will disappear for literally like 10 minutes at a time. So I guarantee when he comes back, you'll either be killing the first boss or he'll come right after. So just make sure you're always strafing, looking, swapping your camera around, watching from behind. Because you saw him earlier. I promise you, he will not be back until that first boss is dead. So keep going, and then try to stutter step the crawlers again. Just keep practicing that. Yep, perfect. So that's fine right there. You can grab them. Yep, same thing with this. Can't LOS them, so you just got to sit there and keep trying with the let them cast, keep doing it. There you go, perfect. Okay, so that's Stone Spine. Always try to remember your marks. He does fear. He's webbed. You might need the shackle. Good Nova. Good luck on Cape if anyone even needs it. So the spider's going to come too. Sometimes if he hugs the stairs there, he won't. So you got insanely lucky. Good pull. Yeah. As long as he gets out of the area, takes like 3 steps ahead, you win. It's okay. So these silence, remember the clear ones silence. And they're ranged. You won't have to pull that other pack. Now he does the same thing as the crawlers. So I pull him and then LOS. Eventually he'll come. He'll come by himself. Takes a little while, but he'll get there. Get that light post that you're looking at straight ahead. There's also a box there that you can use for rage. Yep. So if glass pulls thread on that's fine. He's not gonna die. I'd rather you save your rage because you just I think you would you press bloodthirst or revenge or something. Yeah. So you just wasted rage. There's nothing that's gonna come up to you there, so you can just walk into him. And then you're gonna have ghouls on the right side just hiding. Yep, and then you're going to have one gargoyle pat. Sometimes it's a regular one, sometimes it's a screecher. Thank you, ever just subbed on YouTube. Appreciate that. So again, the clear ones, you got LOS and they silence. Good mark. Yep, so the Necro's next. Sometimes the Banshee will come. See how she kind of pathed into them. Yeah. See how you demo shot in there? You just got a free, guaranteed like 3 hits. It's about 8-ish, 10-ish rage. That's enough to get you a bloodthirst if you have enough rage left over. Or cleave. So you're looking pretty low on rage. It's a single mob, so it doesn't matter if glass pulls through, he's not going to die. So just use it for rage. And now you have 12 seconds of flurry. So now you have 3 hits where you get super fast attack speed for the next mob. So again, you got another 12 seconds of 2 hits. So this pull's a little sketchy. You got to wait, see how that purple spider, he's going to path out of it eventually. Now's the time to pull the Banshee when she goes right like that. So like right, yeah, there. They needed the LOS because she's arranged. It's okay. Next time, use the other corner, the one above you, or right there, yeah. No big deal though. Where that box is behind you. Yeah. And then in here, I pull everything because just in case if you're in a pug and like the priest or warrior doesn't burn their fear, and they get feared, you're gonna pull something. The Ravener's Cleave. So you just got lucky with the flurry proc. You want to pull fast. So I would, for this boss, I would pop a shadow protection. So I would do that now, so that way you can use a healing potion during the fight. Yep. So the next pull, you should be able to get the Banshee separate. Use that Banshee for rage. Also use it to burn your fear, pop Blood Fury, pop Death Wish, pop Wreck. You want to pop all of your CDs because if you get MC'd, especially with those DMT buffs on or your world buffs on, you're going to one-shot a caster. So the first thing that the mob or the boss is going to take off of you is Blood Fury. They're going to pop all your CDs. So you want to make sure you use those CDs before the pull, so that way they have nothing to press. You also want Doof, since Doof isn't in here, but you want to tell Doof to rank 1 Frostbolt Kite the melee around. Otherwise, they're just going to intercept into somebody. Yep, and then in your fear as well. And try to save as much rage on this as possible. She won't get feared. She's immune to it, so you can pop fear. All right. So you definitely want to make sure you have a healing potion CD up. You want Glass to help you throw up Sunders. First, I would throw up Sunders immediately because after the MC, she'll still have Sunders on. So, and another thing to keep in mind is you definitely want to have that healing potion on CD anyways, because if they take Deaded or Dead Spooky, they're going to burn all of his mana. So he's going to have the mana potion, and then you might not even get healed for like a good 5 seconds until he's ready. So be ready for that. You can, if you want, you can, since you have another warrior, it's probably easier for you to just charge in and Zerger and get the Sunders up immediately. But if you're by yourself, you can LOS her on the right side, and that way you can avoid like 2 Shadow Bolts. I mean, I wouldn't risk it because he's not in Discord, to be honest. Okay. Okay. So another thing to keep in mind is you want to dual wield here. She doesn't do melee damage, so shield doesn't do anything. So now you want to taunt him, and then he needs the rank 1 Frostbolt kite him around, so you need to run away because he could just start teeing off on you. He has Death Wish up, so that's something to keep in mind. Just keep kiting him around. Perfect. Now charge back in or intercept if you want. Otherwise, keep your rage. Good. Now taunt again. There. Perfect. So you still have your healing potion CD up. All right. Perfect. Yep. And then path them. Yep. Perfect. So the one that could walk into you can be one that fears. So you definitely want to try and get the ghouls pulled before it comes. Otherwise, if it comes first, LOS it into like that little side pocket thing right there. Because otherwise, if it's a screecher and it sees you from here, it's going to start range pulling, and then you're going to get 3 ghouls. Yep. Good job saving rage. So diamonds marked. Whoever marked that, nice. There's still 2. So there's going to be 3 that pad in here. There's going to be one that walks up to. There's going to be another one that walks into later. And then there's going to be that diamond that goes back and forth. So that box, careful of the box. Okay, so you got ads. So just demo shot them so they don't go to the healer. So keep remembering that the gargoyle has not came into you yet. So you can keep pulling. Now that pull right there can be a little sketchy because if it's a crawler one, it's going to sit there and cast, right? And you haven't even got your gargoyles yet. So that's something you always need to be careful of. So always try to make sure you have the gargoyles marked. Because if he's just sitting there casting, he's going to pull the gargoyles and he's going to pull the banshee. Then it's just going to be a disaster. So right now, single target. You should just be rage baiting. So no gargoyles. You can LOS those into the right by the light post. Yep, perfect. Now if you do get a gargoyle, the diamond won't hit you because it's going to go halfway through the other side of the wall. You just got a gargoyle. So you can shackle it or just pick it up if you want. Yep. So now if that was a screecher, that would have been bad because it'd probably fear already and then you'd be in trouble. From the left, from where the other ones are padding, not behind. That's the one that will just fly right into you. It just came super late. So now I wouldn't even worry about those. I'd worry about the guys on the stairs. Yep. And just LOS them there. And that's where you're going to LOS the boss too. Now remember, you still have 2 gargoyle pats. So I would kill those. There's nipple coming in. And then you still have diamond. Yeah, one of those gargoyles is still going to come up to you. And if they mismarked, you can't really, you can't really tell or like, know for sure. So I would keep pulling trash. I would pull the necros across the way. I would not feel safe pulling boss until I know the gargoyles are gone. So see, with that snapshot of demo shout, you literally picked up 30 rage from them just hitting you. So always try to open up with a shout. So nipple, I don't see. So I would keep pulling the banshee. She pats out like that. Yep. Okay, now you gotta be careful there. No big deal though. It's just one. That's fine. Always before you like walk into a pole or before you like so on that banshee, always try to like sit there for a second and observe like how they pat or how they path. And then you'll be able to know like, okay, they're going left, they're gonna walk into the ghouls. So that's a screecher, LOS. Yep. Perfect. So that way you come in here next time and you're like, okay, I know that banshee kind of like pokes out a little bit, and that's when I'm gonna pull it. Yeah. He'll just freeze you. It's not dispellable. Good luck on hatchet. So there is diamond, but diamond goes halfway through from, you remember diamond going halfway through, so it's not going to bother you. Just keep him tucked into that corner though, because you're going to pull gargoyle from there. So go back into the LOS corner. Yep. Easy. Hey. Big. Congrats. So LOS the screecher. Yep. But now that you see how that could have gone bad, and then you would have got feared, and now that trash that you didn't kill before on the left would have pulled, and then just would have been messy. Yeah, clear the ziggurat first. All right, so I would do the ghouls first because that's a crawler, that spider, and he could just sit there and cast by chance and then social aggro everything else. So take care of what you can control first. So now you got one mob, use it for rage. So I wouldn't pull there, wait till you kind of pass out again. Hey, what up, way back? Sorry, I'm helping a guy I'm doing a coaching session real quick. So same thing, try to stutter. Yep, perfect. That's far enough. That's all you needed. And then kind of just walk him back before you get netted, just in case. Yep, easy. You don't have to grab that crypt beast. You don't have to pull him. You can hug right, but if you feel safer doing it, it's up to you. Big. So, yep, pull those and then path them into the right, LOS, right there. Yep. Make sure yep. The more that you tuck in there, the more that they're going to clench onto the wall. So that's perfect. So looking at the crypt beast, and you got really lucky there because if it was a crawler, it's gonna sit there and cast, and then it might pull the necros too. So you got really lucky with that. But that's something to keep in mind for the future. So for example, if you had two here, you'd always want to prio the banshee because it could silence. Obviously, it's a wailing one and not a shrieker, so it's fine. But if it was a silencer, you always want to focus those first. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can read your rage on that box. Perfect. So if you pull the far left one, sometimes you won't get the 4-pack. You'll have the one on the far right that will hang out and just stay there. So if you pull the left and then kind of path it to the left, you won't get all of them. But just be careful of the necro guys right there. Okay, good. So you got plenty of rage. You didn't have bloodthirst to use, so that's where I would just use cleave. Just cleave them down. Boss baby sunders are right above the plater nameplates, so they've been sundering. Just so you know. Appreciate the comment though. So you want to save rage on this. Save rage on that last one. So on every boss, just make sure you have sunders. Save mana though, because he's going to knock back, I think, 2 to 3 times. Now you guys are on boon, so probably only once, but He will drop threat on every knockback, so make sure your back is on a wall. That way you can just taunt immediately. Keep backing up a little bit. Perfect. So you go, knockback, taunt. There you go. Now if he does that back to back like that and you have to use a challenging shout, feel free. So the gate closes here if you pull. So you need to make sure obviously everyone's inside the gate before you go. So sometimes people over pull these because what happens is they'll pull one and then they don't realize that some of them will walk right into them. So as soon as you pull skull, I'll show you what I mean. So wait for skull to come out a little bit, or you can grab square now. So some of these will do a spit shot or like a poison shot, whatever. You can interrupt it with pummel. I don't believe it's counterspellable. So if you look right, now you guys are unbooned, so you can really pump this out. But if like you're in a fresh group, do you see how that one's walking to you? They'll pull skull and then they'll end up with 3 abominations and it's just a disaster. So that X will always walk to you after you pull one. No matter which one you pull, they'll walk into you. And the same thing, as soon as you kill X, another one's going to walk into you. But those are the only 2 that will come up to you. So then after that, you can kind of like move around. If you don't kill these fast enough, they'll start coming out of the gate, which, I mean, in 2025, that doesn't happen anymore. But, you know. The white ones, they'll have slimes that come out of them when they die. Just something to keep in mind. So I usually like to go right and then do a loop around. So I'd pull that one first. Yep. That's another one that walks into you. So good. What up, Flanders? So you just open the box. So demo shouts, you don't get the maggots immediately on the healer. Okay. I would just keep looping. So go back down. Yep, hug right and just go all the way back around. These have like a massive aggro range. There's also boxes in here that have guaranteed holy water. So like if you're in a weird comp and you need the holy water for the ads on Baron, then pick them up.
I appreciate that.
Hey Val, thank you. See how big the aggro was? It's pretty far. So This is kind of sweaty, but if you have a group with you that you don't know anybody and the healer is like burning a shit ton of mana, because after you kill the last A bomb, then fatty comes out. So what people usually do is they'll have that one all the way on the far right and they'll pull that one last. Well, what happens is then the slimes come out and then they're still in combat, so the healer can't even drink, and then you're possibly pulling a fatty and the healer has like 15% mana. So I know it's a little sweaty and it usually doesn't happen, but usually I will hug right and I will pull him second to last. So that way I leave a normal one last. So that way, as soon as he dies, they can drink. And I would make sure that there's no shaman totems over there. No one's just standing over there. So I would pull, the belcher, make sure he's not stacked with the other one. And then now I would, after this one dies, I would hug the ziggurat and then pull square. Usually you don't have to worry about that, but like if you just got a brand new healer or something and they just don't know what's going on, then so I would wait because the belcher's going to pull. There you go. Keep hugging. There you go. Perfect. Good. Okay, so now the boss would be coming out and you still have to kill slimes. Healer still can't drink. Healer still can't drink. Healer still can't drink. See how that might like be a problem? Now he can finally drink. So boss comes out after this, so I would have everybody go like head towards the gate side so that way he just doesn't get face pulled. Now Ramstein is stunnable. So if the hunter was beast mastery, you could have him use intimidation when you get stunned. So when he drops threat, you have the hunter use intimidation, so that way Ramstein is stunned too with you. You can also just have a rogue not use combo points and then kidney shot as soon as you get stunned. Otherwise, you have your orc racial, or you can fap, or you can use, I would shield here, no matter what. He's going to hit you hard. You can. It doesn't matter, though. I wouldn't worry about it. Just pretend like you don't have one so you can practice. And glass can also intercept him, too. So off the threat drop. So I would keep spamming shield block. As soon as it's on, put it on. Yep. So you got there you go. Now he can take threat or he can intercept there. That works. And then don't forget you have ads. Ads. So if you don't have a mage here, this is where you pretty much have to holy water. I would wait till they're rounded up though. Good necklace, good necklace. Okay. So DBM sometimes has the timer up for you when the ads come out. So a lot of people don't know that the ads can actually shadow bolt. So they'll just like come out and they'll just shadow bolt somebody. It's like an instant cast. So what you can do is you can send the hunter pet in if you want. I would also have the hunter do a slow trap on the stairs. So that way they're slowed, and then you obviously have the blizzard as well. If there's ever a resist or anything on, Doofus Frost Nova, you need to get in there and taunt. And just kite one around and then have the hunter help you single target one of them down. And then you can just keep pulling one out at a time if you want to help the mage. No. Back up. I would wait. When they come out, when they say like, for my master or whatever. Okay, perfect. So let them hit the slow trap, start the blizzard, and then put the pet in. So that way the pet eats the shadow bolt just in case there is one that comes out. So you already had one that resisted. Yeah, so I would come in barely, taunt it, and then just pull it to the side. And then the hunter can help you finish it. Perfect. So now another one resisted. So I would wait for that one to come out of the freeze and then pull that one out. Yep. So right now I would challenge shout. Doof is panicking, so just challenge shout. Okay, good. Nope, you got one behind you. Yep. So I don't know if he didn't rank 1 there, but he's as shit. So that's something you need to be ready for. See how Glass is kind of kiting it around. Yeah, so always be ready for the mage to not do it clean. Otherwise, if you're just sitting there, he's going to die. So right now I would pop a Shadow Pot. So that way you have your healing potion on CD. Good. And then hop in and hug left. So for the ads, because you have a mage, I wouldn't worry about the ads. Let them get healing aggro, and then Doof just kills them. Yeah, but you can go in. You can still go in the room. Get ready. And then what trinkets do you have on right now? Yeah, put the flask on. Yep, and then go in left. And then back up a little bit so you're not eating shadow damage. Yep. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can if you want. It's a good time to practice. So as soon as that flask, you wait a little bit though, because you want to wait for that healing potion cooldown too. So just give it a minute. So make sure when you swap back to your tank gear that your flask stays on. If you take the flask off, you lose everything. The flask has to stay on when you gear swap. Yeah. So right now I would pop it, yep, and then check your gear just to make sure everything's good. Just so you're not like losing a piece of healing gear still on there or whatever. Perfect. So you're good. Pop Blood Rage. Also get Berserker Rage. So go to Berserker, put on Berserker Rage, and then go back to D-Stance. And then Blood Rage if you haven't. And then go in. Now he's gonna Mortal Strike. Just assume that your healer doesn't know he has Mortal Strike. So as soon as you go in, put your Sunders up, demo shout, and then as soon as that first Mortal Strike goes out, last stand. So let the ads go. Perfect. And then Doof just kills him. Easy. Easy.